Hey everybody, this is your teacher Dottie, and today I want to show you some different examples of color correction that you can do and also some color modifications. All these actions are available on Photoshop, and they're also available through your phone camera's studio editing app. What I've done here is I've taken one photo and I've made a grid of 9 different examples that you can do with these, and so we're going to go through each one of them in order so you can see what I've done. Here's the first example, and you see what we've got here is a chair cushion. It's on my deck, and it's in front of an area of trees and bright light there. Now, when I look at this image, the first thing that I can see is it has poor contrast. That means that, it's got poor contrast on the chair cushion part of it. You see, the actual chair cushion's color is kind of a light cream color, but in this photo it's showing with a lot of gray in it. So the main thing I want to do is change the contrast. Here we have an image on the left of the original, and I've used the camera controls to raise the contrast, to boost it up to a very, very high level. You see, it makes the colors pop. It just brings out all the, let's just say, the good color. When you look at the top, though, the area in the sun between those two trees is very bright. We call that burnt out. The highlights are burnt out. And so we're going to, we've changed the contrast kind of in favor of the chair cushions. So here what I'm going to do in this example is I've split the image into 2 selected areas. The bottom selection is just the chair cushion, and the top selection is only the trees that are in the background, the trees and all of that background there. On the bottom photo, the bottom half of the photo that is, I boosted the contrast extremely. And on the top part, I lowered the brightness down. So it gives me a very rich image in both areas. They're all balanced out. Next image here, I've taken the color balance controls and I've adjusted them way high in the magenta area of the colors. You can see it looks pretty gross. There's not any real reason that I'm doing these. I'm not trying to get it perfect like I would normally do. I just want to show you all these kind of exaggerated possibilities that you can use. This image has had extreme saturation controls added to it. You see how extremely saturated all the colors are. They've even started to separate out with these yellow outlines around each image. It looks pretty insane, but at the same time, it looks pretty cool. Now we'll have something, I'm going to adjust the curves here. The curves are something that have always scared me. I didn't really mess around with them in Photoshop before, but I've noticed that cell phone camera editors also have curve availability to them, so I just wanted to show y'all. And actually what I did was I split out the red and green channels, and I messed around with them. All of these adjustments, you just mess around with them until you get something that you like. There's no magic number. There's no magic type of adjustment that something needs. Although I will confess something to you, every photo that I take needs the contrast to be boosted. So that's the first thing that I do whenever I'm messing with any of these things. Next example here is called selective color. And what I've done is taken the background area, turned it into black and white. By selecting only that area to turn black and white, it leaves the original color image untouched. On this example here, I've selected the whole image and turned it into black and white and really boosted the contrast in it. You see, this makes a very beautiful, exciting type of image. And here we have a really bizarre example. This is inverted color. The colors have been reversed, just like in old-time photo negatives and things like that. So again, it's a weird effect, and it's also pretty exciting and fun to do. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at these examples and learned some more about what the names of all these color corrections and the effects that you can accomplish with them.